How you doing, people? You all right? You can be honest with me. I ain't gonna tell nobody. You know what I mean? Unless you know what I mean, want me to tell somebody. I'm a man of confidence. So let's talk about some confidential shit, man. Remember this the Lorenz? Oh, I love that guitar. Matsumoko. I don't think it was really made in Japan, man. I think it was made in Korea. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not. Remember the Shredder? That we know was made in Korea. Love that guy, man. Something about a one pickup, two knob Korean shredder from the 80s, man. It just gets my blood boiling. Boiling. So, I got another one, man. I acquired this guy. It came with the original gig bag, too, man. This is the Cruise, right? Is that what it is? The Cruise by VMI. One of the original case, man. It's got kind of like a Kramer-esque, you know what I mean, headstock. It's got, you know what I mean, pretty much the exact same knobs as that supposed Matsumoto, you know what I mean, guitar. So it says Korea, it's got all the stickers. The only thing that's really obscenely wrong with this guitar, folks, is the fact that it has a little head, like, was broken off, and then the person glued it back on. The little top of the headstock, man. You see, I was putting this lap. They glued it back on, but they glued it out in the wrong place. So it looks totally foolish, man. Totally foolish. I don't like being a fool. But it only cost me $11, this guitar. So, that's the case. I'm going to put it back in its case. Put it back on a slab. Because that's what I do, you know what I mean? I like to, present it as it's presented to me, to you. You know what I mean? We'll get it up to 1,000%, man. Another red shredder. My heart just, you know what I mean, fills with song, people. Fills with song. Let me put it back back down on the slab back there. We'll take a look at it together. Together forever. There it is. The original case, man. You know what I say? Because it's got a V on it, right? Now, VMI stands for Vega Musical Instruments. There was another Vega Musical Instruments, Boston-based company that lasted from like the 1800s, mid 1800s, through like the 50s when it was bought by Martin. And then Martin like salvaged the name, kind of like Gibson Kalamazoo. You know what I'm saying? For their cheap Epiphone, you know what I'm saying? Totally douched out the Epiphone name, man. Anyhow, so that's that, man. This probably has nothing to do with that. Vega Musical Instruments. This is a California-based company. So it's not a Boston-based company like the classic Vega Musical Instruments company, man. Just want to keep you informed in case you want to know, man. So, the other example, I saw this online. Had like a tan humbucker in there. You know what I'm saying? It had some different, you know what I mean, knobs. You know what I'm saying? This knob, actually, if you look at it, now that I'm looking at it with the last little chip in it, I see that, man. Not enough for me to get too upset about like this, man. You know what I'm saying? That I'm upset about. Right? It's got no model, you know what I mean, number on here. But I believe it's like the TR15W or some shit like that, man. I do have it written down, man. I did find out the model number of it, man, because somebody had another example of it that still had that sticker with the model number on it, man. So I'll share that with you all, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my old age, man. I'm not good at remembering shit like I was a couple weeks ago, man. Pardon my Hethron. So what we want to do, man, basically all we want to write home about is replace this guy right here. You know what I mean? Find a bushing in the little parts drawer. Try to disconnect this and reconnect it. Because, see, it wasn't put on straight, man. You see what I'm saying? How that titty's like sticking out, man. It's all fake. You know what I mean? Oh, it's jagged. You know what I'm saying? It's not on there correct. It's embarrassing for the people, man. The people are highly embarrassed by this irregularity, this deformity. Frets look okay. You know what I mean? Again, this is like, you know what I mean? It's like a real cheap grade maple. These box maple. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to sand through there. Anyway, man, it's got these old style 70 saddles, man. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, I think I might want to take the neck off. Just because, you know, we're going to be manhandling the sausage out of it, man. You know what I'm saying? So, let's disassemble this. These strings, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They look like there's something we might want to hold on to. The cheap charlatans we are. You know what I'm saying? Missing a D string. Maybe we can find one of that in the parts pile, man. Fuck that, man. String pile, man. Sorry about that, cruiser. Hey, man. Talk about the cruisers. Talk about the cruiser. You talk about Eddie, man. You better look after yourself. Peace be with you. Look after yourself. So here's something I remember, noticing when I first got the guitar, but forgetting until right now. Look at this, man. Somebody's been adjusting this with the pliers, man. Must have been, you know what I mean, somehow. I don't know, man. So let's just take this off, you know what I mean, using a pair of pliers. And, you know, I just had it, you know, a set of these tuners up till I did that Russian, you know, the Ural 650. I had them in my drawer for like 15 years, you know what I'm saying? I have a real, you know, easy way out, you know what I mean? This isn't a very valuable guitar. You know what I'm saying? I won't tell if you don't. Let's get these strings off. So I got the neck off the body. We're free, we're free. Headless man. I took off one of these tuners and I took off the broken tuner. And I took a good look at that glue that's in there. And it looks to be, you know what I mean, like either wood glue or Elmer's glue. You know what I'm saying? Which is good news, man. Because if it was like crazy glue, you know what I mean, we might not even bother, man. So I got a bucket of warm water here. I'm just gonna stick this guy in there. You know what I mean? Goes right up to the end of there. You know what I'm saying? We'll just let it sit for a little while. Alright. So we've had it in the water here. In the old drink tank. For a good 24 hours. You see how that glue is all soft now. See that? See how it looks like wet glue now? Now, this isn't going to just slide off. You know what I mean? But we're going to want to try to get this fucking thing off. Without having to sit this for like days and days. Because it's going to take a long time to dry. So let's go into the lab now while it's wet and try to get like an X-Acto knife in there and pry these guys apart a little bit. At least a little bit. Let's see in the lab. Came right off, people. Came right off. A little bit of prying with an X-Acto knife. Came right off. We peeled a little bit of that glue off there, you know what I mean? As it came off, it was all wet anyway. So this is good. So before everything dries off, you know what I mean? Just put a little bit of tap band on here. Clamp it off till morning. You know what I'm saying? In the right angle. You know what I'm saying? So we're not going to be angry tomorrow. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So let's clamp this correctly. Right place. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Alright, so what we did was we took some very low-tack painter's tape. We just held it together. And then we put the clamp on there. Because this part was always kind of sticking up a little bit. And, you know, I mean, the wood had warped both over time and in that water yesterday. So we're going to unclamp it, peel off that tape, and see what ugly mess lies beneath. And glued on at the correct angle. Now we've lost material and it's warped, you know, pretty bad. So we're just going to fill this guy in with plastic wood, man. I was thinking Bondo. I got plans, man. Cheesebird plans, man. So let's put some plastic wood on there, man. This is the ultimate cheesebird, man. See you in a minute. The plastic wood in there. Now remember, this wood here, the little piece is warped. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Hooray for nothing. I might as well have just left it. But, guitar cost me $12 and like 25 cents. Something like that, man. So, we're just messing around, having a good time. Nobody gets hurt. To come down. Alright, so we did a little bit of sanding on it. You know what I mean? We put more, you know what I mean, on there. About as flat as you're going to get it. You know what I'm saying? We're not looking for perfection. Let it dry. I'll see you in a minute. So it's the next day. Right before I went to bed, I gave like a third final coat, man. You know, now it's all dry. It's all set. You know what I mean? It looks okay. We got some acrylic paints. red, a little brown, a little black. I'm going to mix up the hue, the tone, the color, the timbre, exactly as this red. Apply it with a slightly used needle brush, you know what I mean? And we're just going to have ourselves a hard time. Let it dry and I'll come back then. People, listen. Alright, so it's pretty much dry. Did what we said we're going to do. Got a little bit of, you know what I mean, dark red going. I don't know. Wine red. Anyway, doesn't look that great right now. We're going to do some runs with some shellac, man. Zinzer shellac, man. Hey, look, corporate people at Zinzer, man. You want me to say it right? Let's talk sponsorship, man. What's up, partner? What's up, Zinzer? Till then, man, bull's ear shellac. We're going to do some runs on there, man. I'll see you after it's been ran over, man. It is, folks. You know what I mean? If you really look at it, you can see it. But from right here, you can't see it. You know what I'm saying? I got the flash on it. You know what I'm saying? We just coated it, you know, with a piece of like old t-shirt. You know, all the sides that were, you know what I mean, exposed. You know what I'm saying? Just did the regular old shellac runs. You know what I mean? A little bit of shellac, man. You know what I mean? But we, of course, left this injury on the tip. You know what I mean? Unheralded. You know what I mean? There's still some wear on this guitar. Anyway, let's let it dry completely, and I'll see you then. Alright, it's nice and dry now. I mean, you can see the crack a little bit now, but I mean, it's not that bad. Not as bad as it was. Anyway, there's some errant shellac on here, right here, because there was like a little crack in the finish. And I put some color onto it, and I put a little bit of shellac was right across this. Anyway, I want to get rid of that errant shellac, so I'm just going to take some rubbing alcohol on a piece of cotton, get that all cleaned off, and then we're just going to get this guy hit up with a little bit of rubbing compound. You know what I mean? A little bit of polishing compound, maybe. You know what I'm saying? I'll see you on the flip. Nice and shiny, nice and shiny. Now, when you got it like in front of it right here, you know what I'm saying? You can see shit, because I got a flash and I'm real close to it, but if you're like, you know what I mean, back over here, man, you're just chilling, man. Oh, man, that's a cool cruise, man. It's in great condition. Anyway, man, looks a little bit better than it did before. Maybe not. You know what I mean? Maybe it looks just about as bad. But I'm proud of it. You know what I mean? It's practice guitar. Practice. You know what I mean? These $12 guitars are cool to practice on. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's do something with these frets, man. They don't look bad. It doesn't look like there's like too much like usage of this guitar, man. You know, it was just a guitar that stage dove, you know what I mean? Broke its nose. I was left for dead, man. Anyway, let's give it a nice little fret job. You know what I mean? Not too crazy. And then, well, we'll attend to the tuner. The tuner scenario. So I'll see you in a second. Got this guy all nice and fretted up. Nice as it's going to be, man. Did a good job. We adjusted the truss rod. Truss rod works. None of these screws are stripped. It usually happens, man. Anyway, so let's talk turkey, man. First, we're missing one of these bushings. Through the drawer, found a set of these thick-ass single lip bushings. You know what I mean? Perfect. So we'll tap that guy in. No big. Now let's talk about the tuner that's, you know what I mean? This tuner, man. You know what I mean? He's missing his little heart button. See that heart button is like a very indicative of Korean guitars up till, say, about 1990. You know what I'm saying? 1989-ish. Shaft is perfect, you know what I mean? But you're never going to find these buttons, you know what I mean? I had a whole set of these. A whole set of them just sitting in my drawer until I did that Russian Ural 650, man. He's Russian guitar for Soviet President Putin. Anyway, man, so I used it. You know what I mean? I'm sure I'll get more. This guy works good. The tuner's really good. Got a set of these. You know what I mean? Well, a bunch of these, actually. 3 or 4 of these. Just nondescript buttons. They're meant to be screwed on. Thinking I can just tap this guy in the long way. You know what I mean? Tap, tap, tap. And then, like, maybe solder it down, man. See if I can do that, man. You know what I mean? Well, eventually, you know what I mean, be able to replace this. I mean, I have a whole set of these, right? And I can easily just pop. And this is all 6 on one side. Pop this guy right off, right? And then I'll put them all in there. Now, I'll either waste the whole set or waste one, which is basically wasting the whole set. And it's not stock anyway. It's still going to look, you know what I mean, a little bit different than it should. So, you know, this should just be like a Band-Aid. You know what I mean? We'll just dummy this up. with something in the drawer. If we ever find one of these on another junk guitar, I'm sure we will. Pop it on there, man. But until then, peace be with you, peace be with you, peace be with you, practice guitar. And you see that? We pounded that guy right on. Put a little bit of solder on the top of it. You know what I mean? You can see, man. Just to seal it in, man. Thing's not going anywhere. So it's pretty much all the original parts other than the button, man. I could always take a clipper and just clip this button right off. If I found another button like this, or I could just unscrew it and put another one on. But it's got the original part, man. No big deal. See that, man? See that, man? So let's go give some love to that body. So the body kind of doesn't look that bad from here, but if you look at it closely, it's filthy, man. It's just disgusting. And there's something kind of wrong with the electronics. I mean, I need a good cleaning. So I'm going to open up the electronic cavity, shoot some electronic cleaner on that first. You know what I mean? And we'll take our little journey from there. We'll clean her up. Clean her up, man. Old cheesebird as thought be. 500K pot A and B. Looks like they're both B's. Little guys. Filthy though. Filthy. We got a rusty rust bucket. Let's just clean this guy out, man. Clean it out. I got the straw ready. We're ready to clean, folks. While we were moving the knobs around, the electronic cleaner, this knob which had that crack was loose. You know what I mean? It's a very stiff pot, man. You can't even get it loose. It was like moving around the back, you know what I mean, before it was actually spinning the shaft, you know what I mean? It was actually moving the whole potentiometer, not the shaft. I see that this, you know what I mean, that was that crack. So we're just going to super glue this guy up, man. This is kind of a rare knob, man. Kind of an unmentionable knob, man. I don't have one. But it doesn't matter, man. You know, there's a practice guitar, people. A practice red shredder. Red shredder is a cheddar. So let's try to loosen up this pot, man. You know what I mean? Some contact or cleaner. Maybe some WD-40. You know what I mean? Glue this guy up, man. Then we're going to tighten this up. Maybe put a lock washer on him. You know what I'm saying, man? Let's get it all resolved. Alright, so we got the electronics all. Look at it. So the tone knob is working. You know what I mean? It's got a little lock washer on the back of it, so it's not spinning the pot. You know what I mean? WD-40. You know, cleaning this one. It's spinning around like a carnival wheel. So, looks like we're okay with this. You know what I'm saying? Let's clean this thing up. Still filthy. You know what I'm saying? Ugly. Abused. You know what I mean? A little bit scratched looking here. Let's clean it up. You know what I mean? I don't know. Windex. And then we'll go with the cleaner wax. Screw it back together. Just missing a string or two. You know what I mean? Find some strings in a pile. Clean these girls up with alcohol. Well, I mean, change the strings, man. We're that miserly with these guitars, man. I'm telling you, man. You collect a lot of guitars. You gotta really, you know what I mean? Be choosy who gets a set of new strings, man. Anyway, peoples, let's see you on the flip of the switch, man. And that's called glamour shots. It is. This is for the cruisers. The cruisers, man. Look at this, man. This is probably the worst guitar I featured in a long time. Horrible, horrible guitar, man. And I'm so glad I didn't waste the new set of strings on it, man. But now it looks a little bit better than it, you know what I mean, did when it first came into my hands. If it can come into focus. The back of it. Yeah, I was actually thinking of like making a reproduction of the sticker. You know what I mean there? Just to entertain you folks. Kind of looked like the back of the shredder. And the sticker looked almost exact. Little square around a stamped number. I think the actual model number is almost exactly the same. This one's got printed Korea though. That's got like a sticker, man. A sticker. So, nothing remarkable, man. You know what I mean? I like this, how these are like roof fluted. Yeah, the strap-ons are fluted. That's one thing I must say I like. It's kind of unique, man. Haven't really seen that in any other Gitters. Anyway, that's the only thing unique about it. Doesn't sound that great. You know what I mean? Pickup, you know what I'm saying? It's just a practice guitar, folks. You know? I want you to look after yourself. I want you to peace be with you. Look after yourself. Peace be with you. And here it is, folks. The Cruise made for VMI. SC-12TR. The real name. TR. T is for tremolo. R is for red. T is for Thomas. Got a learning disability. Hey man, don't take it too seriously. When I met you last night, baby, before you opened up your gap, I had respect for you, lady. Now I take it all back, 'cause you gave me all your pussy, and you even licked my balls. Leave your number on the cabinet, and I promise, baby, I'll break you off. 'Cause I have never met a girl that I loved in the whole wide world. If I gave a fuck about a bitch, I'd always be broke. I never have no motherfucking Indo to smoke. I get low to loony, bitch, you can't do me. This shit look like BBD, hoochie groupie. 1 for the money, 2 for the bitches, 3 to get ready, and 4 to pull the switches in my Chevy, 6 for red to be exact. With bitches on my side and bitches on my back. So back up, bitch, 'cause I'm struggling. Get on your knees and then start juggling these motherfucking nuts in your mouth. It's me, Bobby G, when you kick it with a cloud. Nate Dogg, corrupt. I don't know if he's dead or not, man, but you know what I mean? He might be. Warren G, man, wash your hands, man. How's that bitch, man? I'm learning her, man. And at the same time, burning her,